fucking jumping the gun, pushing the button.
Pennsylvania 6-5. Oh, oh, oh.
Stop going live and just go live. Lioness shit.
I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
All right, there we go.
First, you're gonna tell me about this science stuff.
Sorry about that. What is a scientist?
You caught me like I'm experimenting with
Science.
It's like magic with electricity.
I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than you.
The smartest scientists in the entire world all agree
Science is a liar sometimes.
Seriously, this could not seem less scientific.
Those idiots don't know anything about science.
it's science.
I believe it's pronounced science.
This is the least scientific thing I've ever seen. So I'm just experimenting with them?
You be quiet.
Thank you, scientist.
That intro is crazy. It's like it's made up of shit that I like really like. Like I know all the words to all of it.
That's
It's
pretty
almost
accurate.
like somebody made it right at me. Or something.
I know the guy.
Well, he's all right, sir. He's A-okay in my book. He's the
I
bee's
agree.
knees.
Cat's PJs.
The cat's pergina, I believe, is the correct saying, right?
I think, yeah,
That's the preferred nomenclature
I believe so.
of things that are nice. Hey, you know what else is nice? Under the guise of science.
Word up. Hi, everyone. My name
Whoa.
is Chris.
Hello, Chris. My name is Charles.
That's right. 2 for 2.
It's a very special episode. Happy birthday, sir.
Oh, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I didn't die. I did another year and made it around. We did another sun lap.
Sun lap sounds like it's like it's like the opposite of a victory lap. It feels like it's like, nah, do your sun lap, bro.
No, it's been a chore, but here we are.
Yeah.
No, it's good. We're gonna have a positive year. I'm feeling like everything's heading in the right direction. Now I'm a non-smoker. That's a new thing, so that's cool.
Yeah. When was the last time you went this many days in a row?
Very long time. Decade probably, if not more.
Woo. Good
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah,
Keep it
thanks.
up. That oxygen's A-okay when you don't have all that other bullshit in there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know how much?
I was gonna say I found running is easier, but all of a sudden I have wind. I thought running just got harder as you got older. It turns out no, it was smoking pack a day that made breathing tough while running. Now I'm like, oh, okay, I could do this.
It's like you've been working out at high altitudes all this time, and now that you're running at regular altitude, it's like, it's fucking simple.
Yeah.
So we'll add that to the marathon training regimen then. You need to smoke a pack a day and scream while you're running, and you are going to wreck people.
And freeze a bunch of your blood. So you have extra blood. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So the day
We gotta
before
get
the
that
race,
published.
day before the race, then you inject the blood back into you. You stop smoking. Well, actually, it may need a week before the race just to give your lungs a little bit of it. But yeah, you stop smoking, you inject the blood back in, and you don't scream, and marathon will be a joke.
Yeah. Like coming in like hour 20. Where you motherfuckers at, bro?
Right.
I killed this marathon.
I think we're onto something.
And doing that voice, I was unintentionally sliding into Kenny Powers a little bit right there, which I got tricked by Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. Patrick Mahomes is like nice Kenny Powers.
Yeah. But like he apparently does Subway commercials, and I had my head down and I heard, yeah, if you want to have a meal with some sliced meat or something like, or just like whatever the commercial is. And I was like, is that fucking Kenny Powers? And I looked up, I was like, that's right. This motherfucker sounds exactly like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all hanging out waiting for the Lumineers to get there, and
yeah, exactly.
the
He's
guy
like
from the fucking Spoon Man videos there.
Sober Kenny Powers. Sober and approachable.
Yeah, sober, approachable, and keeps practicing and doesn't seem to be letting it go to his head.
Yeah. Amazingly.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon or evening, whatever. What are we doing today?
I heard what I had heard was is that we were going to do something about animals.
All right, bring it back in. We've been hanging out in space, prepping for that movie. I guess we'll bring it back. Earthbound.
Yeah, I realized that, like, after we were talking about picking this topic, I was like, man, yeah, we've been out in the ether for some time now.
Yeah,
but it's cool out there.
It really is, and I feel like it's the most like interesting for me anyway to talk about, just because it's all so mind melty. I don't know. I kind of dig that stuff. I don't know if we lose anybody as we talk about it, or if we're misinforming people when I get shit wrong. But it's definitely the most fun for me to talk about. But you know, so is stupid animals.
Yeah, like we were just texting about. I don't even remember what's up, but I think I was like, "Yo, platypus is just because there's so much wild shit about them. Platypi."
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if we could do a whole episode, but thankfully they're not the only dumb animal. There's a lot of dumb animals out there.
Yeah, it turns out there's a whole bunch of stupid shit.
A whole bunch of why the fuck did this get made?
Right. Yeah, nature just I don't know. Evolution goes in weird ways, and it's like, I don't know. This crab's got big arms, whatever. It happened.
Fucking big arm ass crabs. Like what's the deal with is it a lobster or is it a crab that just has like the one big arm? Like the
I think
one
that's
big
a crab,
pincher.
yeah. It's just
that's a crab?
Yeah.
That's just like all crabs?
No, not all. Some crabs have pinchers that are the same size. They're just
but I think
it's more than one.
List all the crabs in order by size of their claws. Right now, go.
I don't know. Those big the Alaskan king crabs, they got big legs. I don't know if their claws are big. Let's go by deliciousness. Yeah.
Crabs. Yo, did you ever see the video of the it was in one of those Planet Earth things, and there's armies of fucking like spider crabs, like going like just head on like a Braveheart, colliding into each other and fighting.
Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks
crab war.
Terrible place to be.
Yeah,
because they're pokey as fuck to begin with. Like they're all bumpy in spots, and they got like pointy stuff, and that's even before you get involved with their with the business end of their anatomy. The
pinchers, yeah. If there was some way to boil the water around this fight, though, then everyone would be happy.
It would be the most delicious war.
Yeah. The war ended in dinner. So platypi. So nature was like, I don't know. It's just a bunch of like ducks worked, but like fur works, but also eggs work and web feet work. We'll just You know what? Venom work too. We'll throw that in there, mix it all around.
What kind of venom do they have? Like where does it come out of?
I think they have a stinger.
Really?
They have like let me see. I have it written down here.
And also another thing. I don't
Spurs
know.
on their hind leg. Sorry,
Really?
but yeah,
Oh shit! Like how venomous?
not lethal. Just kind of sucks. I guess throw some ice and take some Tylenol.
It's probably a field day for a smaller creature. But yeah, we'd probably be okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably for whatever they eat.
What do they eat?
They mostly aquatic invertebrates, such as insects, worms, crustaceans, things like that.
Mollusks.
Mollusks.
Are they big on mollusks?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Those are crustaceans. I guess anything they
Yeah.
can find, like because they dig kind of and forage, underwater foraging and side of the water foraging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're not like a real like true predator in the sense of like they're not hunting and stalking and or at least
No.
they're not a sexy predator.
Yeah, exactly. They're not like the alpha predator type. Like they still got to worry about getting eaten themselves.
Are they like similar to beavers?
Part of them, right? They got.
They don't have. Oh, that's right. They have the big floppy tail,
Yeah,
like the beaver tail, as it were.
yeah. It's like a beaver at a costume party. Throws on a duck for Halloween. Just wears the mask and the feet.
I'd go to a beaver Halloween party.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
Yeah, a lot of toothy grins at a beaver Halloween party.
The hors d'oeuvres are terrible.
The speaking of teeth, I love when something that's older is referred to as long in the tooth.
Getting a little long in the tooth. Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time hearing that, I was like, do people have to get like their teeth like sheared back? Like, oh, you're getting a little long in the tooth there. Like, it just automatically felt like fingernails for
Right.
some reason. Like, it was like it's growing more than it should.
Is that just? I think it's the other way around. I think it's your gums are slowly receding. I was told that I should brush softer by my dentist. That I brush too hard.
I've been told that as well.
Well, why didn't you tell me that when I was like 6 and learning how to brush? You didn't specify. You just said times per day. That'd be, start them early.
Yeah, it's like it feels like stuff's on my teeth, so I should brush the shit out of my teeth to get them off. The same thing like anything else.
We'll put a little elbow grease into it. That's how
Yeah.
you clean shit. Especially this bone. Scrub that.
Especially this outside bones that everybody can see.
Yeah. What they didn't say is that no, the bones will be fine. It's that soft pink stuff that you got to go easy on. Well, again, we're nearly half a century later. Bastards.
The let's see. We'll play another. How much are or aren't you like me? In that, so you don't forget to put your fly up a lot, which is different from me. What about like when your toothbrush and when you've been brushing too hard, like you have your entire life? Like, does your brush look like just like all like pushed out to the side?
That happens from
Like-
time to time, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine usually look like that after, I don't know, a month or two.
Yeah,
I
that
get
sounds
in
about
there.
right. Yeah. Well, now I've learned and I try to not brush as hard, so I'm getting a little more life out of them. But I get a new toothbrush whenever my wife gets a new toothbrush.
Me too.
Yeah, look at that.
All right, well, there we got a common. We got a thing in common. Toothbrushes just have been magically appearing for me my entire life.
Yeah. So this one has my initials. How about that? If you don't initial them in my house, the kids just use them. So
your kids are afraid of letters, but not whole words. Just two individual letters.
I guess if we wrote whole words, but yeah, that takes too much time. I could write, "Don't touch this toothbrush; it doesn't belong." But yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Oh, where's your commitment to the joke? Get in there.
Yeah.
Platypuses. That's right.
Yeah.
Platypi.
Right. Go.
So where do they live? They're like Australia, like that part of the world? Oceania?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Only in Eastern Australia and Tasmania.
Oh, okay. Do they get in, are they salt or freshwater?
I think they're more freshwater.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem to like rivers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So every now and again,
like they're not
brackish.
Dams. I guess they can get brackish. I guess if they're feeling salty.
Fucking asshole bull sharks get in that shit too.
Yes.
Brackish water.
Bull sharks sometimes will go a little bit beyond. Like they'll go upriver a bit.
Yeah, they've like made it up the Mississippi and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like a decent way inland. Like I feel like they're just driven by hate. Like they're just angry and spiteful and just like, fuck you, I'm gonna bite your foot off. Bah.
They would wear, if they could wear Doc Martens, they would. Like shaved heads, Doc Martens, suspenders, kind of. Stomp anyone that's not a bull shark.
Oi, what's up with you fucking lot out here, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
We want to have a bit of the argy-bargy, do you? Actual term. I didn't make that up. Argy-bargy.
What does that mean?
If like getting into a tussle or like getting into a fight or something. You want a bit of the argy-bargy, eh?
Okay. I don't know what, but it probably rhymes with some shit.
Could be, or I especially when it's such nonsense. It's like I don't want any backstory. I don't want this. I don't want this to somehow make sense eventually.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Like System of a Down lyrics. Please don't look them up. I just want to keep making these sounds and what I hope he's saying. So they lay eggs.
They do.
Platypi. What are they? Are they the only mammal that does that, or no? Are there others?
There's a group of egg-laying mammals that I see here. They're called monotremes. I may not be pronounced monotremes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
It's monotremes.
It might be. But that includes echinidas. Echinidas? Right. How do you pronounce that? Echidnas? Echinidas? The other thing is the Knuckles from Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
So Knuckles lays eggs.
Yeah. That sounds like if you were taunting him.
Knuckles lays eggs.
Yeah.
Little bitch. Eggs, mammals, Nope, lost it. Oh well.
It's all right. We did good.
Yeah, that's all right. So are they like spine, like porcupine things? The Echinida?
They're really weird looking. They're not really like porcupines. I guess they're more hedgehoggy, but yeah, they don't really have the spikes or anything like that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they have 4 penises. Which
What?
is yeah.
What?
I don't
I
know
mean,
why they.
I was gonna say, what do they do with them? I mean, obviously, I can kind of piece it together, but
Maybe
how,
they're not
how
good
is
at
that?
aiming.
They just like the thing that's fucked up about something having 4 penises today means that it kept working over and over again, like for
Yeah.
millions of years. Like the ones with all the extra penises just kept reproducing more, which I guess if you have more penises checks out in theory.
It's like, yeah,
Just
if
volume
it ain't broke,
alone.
don't fix it.
Are they close to each other, the penises?
I guess a better way to think of it is kind of like a 4-headed penis. Kind of,
Oh,
it kind of
okay.
branches off and.
Oh, all right. That's a little different. And that's funny because I was going to ask if platypi penises have are like duck penises, like corkscrews.
And you know what? My research took me found the echidna penis, but I didn't find anything else out about platypi penis. Platypenis.
Platypenis. That's when you go to a restaurant and they bring it out on a fancy tray. It's like, and here we have a platypenis. It's large enough to share for 2 to 3 people.
I'm Googling it now.
I will have a
search.
plate of pie penis, please.
I turned safe search off. That was a terrible idea because the internet is disgusting, and now the government's going to think I'm into Perry the Platypus Rule 34 type shit. That's not what I wanted.
What's that?
Rule 34?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the rules of the internet. I think it's the only rule of the internet, really, but just Rule 34 says that if something exists, there is a porn parody of it.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what said thing is.
Yeah.
If it exists, so does the porn.
Oh, see that? Yeah, so that like takes the initial idea of if somebody's into it, there's definitely somebody else who has put some type of material, or they've found somewhere on the internet to enjoy themselves to it.
Sure, promos, the depths of the internet. Yeah.
I was thinking later on I'm gonna go back home and enjoy myself to the internet. Ooh, that's a terrible way to say that. It's somehow worse.
Yeah, enjoy myself. Yeah,
I'm just gonna enjoy myself to the internet when I get home after work. Maybe have a sandwich afterwards.
this podcast is taking a turn.
Mm-hmm. It is getting pretty silly pretty quick.
That quick, platypus.
Yeah.
Weird fact: they don't have a stomach. Nature was really just like, fuck it, let's try it. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, like
No.
so does it just kind of like get digested along the way? Like, is it just extra esophagus? Is it more?
They have like a gizzard, so that helps like grind stuff up. And I guess gizzards, they got to have like rocks in there too to help break stuff up. But yeah, that's their digestion. I guess goes from gizzard to intestines.
Do gizzards come pre-rocked, or do you got to eat your own rocks?
You got to eat your own rocks. Yeah.
Do you poop the rocks out?
I think you can vomit them up. I don't know if you want them going the other way.
I certainly would not.
No. I think even the rocks eventually are going to get ground down from grinding against each other and stuff like that. So I guess just eventually you got to get rid of the gravel and get some freshy in there.
like just and I know that there's not like doctors that all these animals go to, but just the idea that, in an infinite universe, that there is life and there is gizzards, and the gizzard having species evolved to the top of the food chain and evolved forward. Just that there could be someone that's going, okay, I want to see you back here in 6 months. You got to eat more rocks. You're not eating enough rocks, and it's just not digesting well enough for you. And you're going to pay for that down the line. So you should really make sure to try to eat 2 to 3 rocks a day. Start with one. Just start with 1 rock in the morning, and that's it. And then you build your way up. Yeah, but you can't just have none rocks. It's got to be more than 1 rocks.
So now I'm picturing let's go with Andromeda. There's a planet there that is populated by a civilization that's basically a bunch of big birds. Just old giant walking birds that can talk. And yeah, they go to the doctor's office. And
they don't wear clothes, but they do sometimes have a necktie and a briefcase.
Right. If it's an important circumstance.
The doctor, for instance, will wear a necktie and bring his briefcase to the office.
That's how you know it's a doctor and not the patient. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of non-clothes having birds, and then one walks by with a tie. It's like, ooh, look at him. I'd like to see what makes him squawk.
So,
all right. So then we have
to
get to Andromeda then, so we can visit these birds.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, it's the burden of proof is on you, listener, to tell us that there isn't a planet in the galaxy of Andromeda populated by big birds.
Yeah, the burden of proof is on you.
Mm-hmm.
Mer. Quick shout out. Shane Gillis is fucking hilarious.
That the guy?
Yeah.
Who's that? Okay.
Yeah, the guy you sent me before. He's fucking.
I didn't even know his name. I just laughed at the thing. I was like, "You'll get a kick out of this."
Yeah,
we'll share it in the things below, just for shits and giggles. It has nothing to do with the episode.
It's just for laughing at.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're gonna share. The YouTube link to Pennsylvania 65000. Because that's what we're listening to before the show as well.
Deal.
Gizzards, platypi.
Another cool thing about them.
Oh, go yeah.
They can detect electrical signals produced by the muscles and nerves of their prey, so they can help find food underwater.
That feels like it's cooler than sonar, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of sharkish. That's something that the sharks have something similar that they can pick up on pulses.
Yeah,
kind of.
They can, they're attracted to splashing and jumping around because it's similar to a panicked fish,
right?
And yeah, I think it's like the kind of the erratic electrical signals that give off. I always assumed it was like waves, because you've been near somebody that's causing a ruckus in a pool or a tub or something. It's like, oh, like you feel. I always assumed it was that, but it's electrics for sharks.
I'm not 100% on the sharks. And I forget what it's called, but they have some other organ or some other sense that we don't have, and a lot of other animals don't have, that can sense some kind of pulsing from other animals. It has it's named after someone,
I think Dave Shark. It's named after the Dave Shark organ. The that's kind of
Electroreception. Yeah, that's it.
it's kind of like what
What the
birds
hell's it?
have also, right? Like birds can do that thing where like where whole like I don't know, a swarm isn't the right word, but that's the best I'm getting right now. Whole swarms of birds, like where they all just like make rights and lefts and shit. Like, aren't they detecting the
Yeah.
electromagnetic something or other off of each other?
There's a belief, especially with homing pigeons. They did some experiments where they took some homing pigeons and like mixed them up and had them fly in different weather and tried different things to get them confused, that they're always able to find their way back home. And it seems like they can either, if not see, possibly detect the like electromagnetic field that in the
Oh
atmosphere
shit!
and use that for, and they use that for navigation.
Right, because that's how compasses work. It keeps coming up. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, birds are tapped into that naturally.
You have
Believed.
no idea how much of a fucking game changer it is for me that I know how compasses work now. Like, I feel like it just keeps coming up in my life, and it's like, because that's how it works. That's right.
Right.
And I get
All the
excited.
the pieces are all falling together.
Yeah. The shit that I most likely heard in school and in Cub Scouts and a bunch of other places where all I had to do was be listening to anyone else besides the nonsense in my own head. I would have known this already. Yet here we are.
So getting back to sharks quick, it's called
ampullae.
The ampullae of Lorenzini. So that's what I knew it was some kind of weird name. Lorenzini. But that's how they can pick up electro perception.
That sounds like a dude that would be in a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like a mob guy would walk in. I am the ampullae of Lorenzini.
And Bugs is dressed like a woman.
Yeah. Flaunting his Bugs stuff.
Everyone fell for that.
Yeah, every time.
It's like it's still a giant rabbit.
Like if you just put a wig and you just no longer see the teeth or the ears.
Right.
To be fair, sometimes the ears were pushed back under the wig. But
Or
sometimes
the
they
face
weren't.
covered in fur. Yeah.
No, but there's lipstick on too.
Right, yeah. What are those high heels? Hubba hubba.
Hey, do those legs go all the way up? It was always my favorite pickup line. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't care
I'm
if you thought you were being
6 inches of thigh.
Yeah.
And they float.
They stop right here. Right at my calves. And so the platypi have that also then. Not the missing legs, but the electrics that they can detect stuff.
Yeah. Like nature was just like, we'll try everything. See what happens with this. But it seems to be working because they're still around.
And so you said it detects the muscles, like it detects the electronic recognition off of the muscles. So does that mean
it says electric signals from muscles and nerves?
So that means
like signals being sent.
If they're detecting the signals that are being sent as they're being sent, like it's almost like they're a step ahead, I would think, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy. That's like they can tell something over there is alive without, it could be under the dirt and shit like that, and it's still something over there is thinking or moving or something. Yeah.
I automatically assume that they have terrible eyes like moles. Is that true?
I don't know. They're nocturnal, and they're underwater a lot, so they probably don't really need to have great vision, just given those two things, because you can't really see great underwater anyway.
Right.
And at night.
And they can do
So
those.
it sounds like they don't rely on that nearly as much as the other stuff. And it sounds like a lot of their hunting method is sticking their face in some dirt and swishing it around until they get a worm. So you could do that eyes closed also. Oh, and speaking of eyes closed, when they swim, they close their eyes, their ears, and their nostrils when underwater. So apparently all of those orifices have some kind of open close valve with the platypus.
Holy shit. It's funny though that something that lives in the water. I mean, I guess if you could, why wouldn't you? But like I know, like the second I was able to in a pool jump into water and go underwater without holding my nose, like whatever it is, like do the little bit of like the second you see somebody else doing that, still you're like, bitch,
right?
Holding your nose. Why don't you be a cool fucking 8-year-old and not hold your nose and not get water up there?
Grow up, baby.
Baby holding your nose before you jump in the water. Man, like it really is like children is just like just any excuse to get a leg up on anything. It's like, oh, you still hold your nose, you little baby. And
it's so weird the swing around, like using that example, holding your nose so you're scared, and when you're still holding your nose you're self-conscious and you're so nervous and you're like, oh my god, I hope no one looks at me, I hope no one makes fun of me. And then the one day that you don't hold your nose, you immediately flip 180 to the other side. Fucking bitch, you can't hold your nose.
Yeah, it's how quickly you forget where you were just a
week
few
and a half ago,
weeks ago, and jumps and a half ago. Jumps and a half. What is that? I don't know.
7.5 jumps. Halfway in the air, you realize I can let go.
That's the way to do it. Just let it go. Right in the air. What else we got? We got any cool platypus stuff left? Or is that all our platypus stuff?
I think that's all the cool stuff.
All right. Tell me some shitty things about a platypus.
Basically all the stuff we just talked about. They're stupid looking. They have a duck bill, webbed feet, and fur. There's no need for that combination. I don't get where'd the duck bill come from? Because I get a bill evolving from an animal with some kind of beak, or I don't know.
Like it's like an art project where like you have to, like you're in a group and you just get the thing passed on to you after like 5 minutes, and every 5 minutes somebody has to add something else to the next thing. And then it's just like a bunch of people having all the dumb different ideas and just piling them all on each other.
and it came to life.
Yeah. It's like, all right, you can't just say you drew it without a stomach because you didn't put a stomach in here. That's not how the project works, Craig. You have to contribute.
Yeah.
I'm chewing ice.
Yeah. Delicious.
Do that, platypus. Do they have teeth?
No. Duck bill.
Yeah, but ducks have like little teeth, right? Like little nubbins.
I think
like
geese have little. I don't know if ducks do.
No.
Maybe they do.
Then I'm going to believe that they do.
Okay. Dude. Do ducks have teeth? Google says no. Real big. That's all. Just the word no. Then there's links, but it literally
just
like, no, you idiot.
Nope. Big fat nope.
1 page. Yeah, I didn't think they did. I know geese are bastards, and they have some kind of bitey things, but yeah, ducks they're into bread and fish, and I don't need those.
And corn. Ducks like corn.
And corn, favorite.
Yep.
And triple IPAs.
Excuse me. Sorry. Very coffee.
Yeah.
We got what's some of them other animals we got?
Yeah, so I found some other weird animals, and let's see how many we get through.
All right.
First one, since I said crab at the top, the Yeti crab.
What's that do?
So they're called the Yeti crab because they got big, long arms, and they're hairy. They seem to be like a furry crab.
Oh man.
Yeah, because they live where it's mad cold in the sea.
Now I gotta look this fucker up. Oh my god, this is gross. Oh man, yo, it looks like the over the top picture of it with the long ass arms. It looks like when people have like goat legs. Like it looks like something with goat legs, like a Baphomet.
Yeah,
from the side.
right. If you flipped it the other way and thought those are the legs instead of those being the arms that go out in front of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's dressed for a very sexy night out with its furry pants.
Like, was that episode of Dave Chappelle when he was picturing himself as Pan or whatever, the goat with the playing the flute with the hairy legs?
Or you even
Very
go
similar.
super duper deep cut the Dragnet movies from 1989 with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks.
Okay, yeah, it's a little
But,
too
yeah.
deep for me. I don't think I saw them.
It's not a good movie.
Okay.
It's not very good. There's some cool visuals in it, but like there's some funny sight gags and stuff, but not good. They probably could have not made that.
So these things, they didn't even know. Like, we didn't even know they existed until 2005. So they've only been discovered within the last 20 years.
Oh man!
So there's still shit in the ocean that's still making itself known.
And where do these fuckers live?
They live like in the way deep, cold parts of the. It says near the hydrothermal vents of the Pacific Ocean, particularly near East Scotia Ridge in the Southern Ocean. So they live near these hydrothermal vents, and they actually they're filter feeders, so they feed on the bacteria and the stuff that comes up through these vents.
So and the hydrothermal vents, that's like the heat escaping from like magma and lava and shit underwater, and then it's pumping out. Because
From the mantle, I guess. Yeah.
all you need is warm and moisture, and you can grow things essentially.
Pretty much. And there's single cell type stuff that's one of the theories about where life started is near those hydrothermal vents.
Oh.
So it's
So what is like? So if there's, how big are these things? If they're eating bacteria, like bacteria's got to be tinier. Is bacteria bigger under the water?
No, it's still the same size. I don't think they're huge. I'm looking at a picture next to a ruler right now. Like, they could definitely fit in your hand, I believe.
Oh, all right.
This is taking long. That's about 1, 2, 3 to 4 inches in this one picture.
Why do you need those long arms? You're eating bacteria.
Right. They're mostly armed.
Oh,
come on,
the other
he's
crabs. Harmless he is.
Maybe they have beef near the how many hydrothermal vents are there, and how many crabs are there? You might have to fight for your food.
Oh, okay. All right. That checks out. That's right. There's always fighting for the food.
And the females or the males, the opposite sex, maybe they're, ooh, girl, look how hairy his arms are. They like it.
Oh, his arms are
You don't
real
know.
long. I bet he could provide sustenance. Those things are creepy looking, though.
Yeah.
Weird ass fucking things.
We got more too. So those are, again, in the ocean. These things you may have seen, the blobfish.
The blob. Oh yeah, they look like Carl Havoc masks, right?
Yeah, with a big bulbous nose. And, yeah.
I'm ripping the fucking fish off.
Yeah.
It's too hot. We did way too much.
Too much fucking shit on.
Shut the fuck up, Craig.
So part of the reason why they look so weird, though, in the pictures that you see, is because they're very soft and flabby, and they don't have a lot of muscle tone. And I'm not even sure that I think they have skeletons, but they're just very gooey when we see them up on the surface, because they live 2,000, 3,000 feet below the surface. So their bodies are used to having a shit ton of water pressure up on them. So when they come up, all that is gone, and that's why they look bulbous and gross looking.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just looked at a picture of it underwater, and it's like, oh, this kind of looks like a pufferfish a little bit. But yeah, it looks like it gets higher up, and then somebody poked it with a pin, and then it's just. It just deflates.
He gets big lips.
It looks like it's suddenly been very disappointed by some news that it just heard. I don't like this at all.
I don't want to go.
But I had plans for this afternoon.
So yeah, they're not as ugly as the internet makes them out to be. It's you got to see them in their environment.
Yeah, you're not getting them from their good side, the internet.
Right.
Yeah, why don't you let them set up a nice photo shoot like everybody else does? Like that.
Yeah,
That's the equivalent of photographing somebody in an all white bathroom with fluorescent bulbs. It's like, this is the least flattering light you possibly could have photographed this poor thing in.
Or it's like when you see like a punk rock person at I don't know, the food court at the mall or something, and they got the spikes, and you're like, oh, what is this guy doing here? Then you go see him at a punk rock show, and it's like, oh, he's with his friends. He's fits right in.
You're in your correct environment.
Yeah.
Blobfish.
That's what we'll go with.
I got you back, Blobfish. You guys are all right.
Yeah. Get a bad rap. Shoebells, on the other hand, that's the bird that you taught me about.
Yeah.
So
those things are creeps. Those motherfuckers don't blink.
No. Yeah, they just stare at you and hate you.
So they are really, like, they are big. They look so much bigger in their pictures, but they're still very big anyway, even when you see them in comparison to a person nearby.
Yeah, they're like a couple feet, if I'm not mistaken. Like, size-wise, you measure them in feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should measure a shoebill in feet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's very good.
You're very generous.
Well, good for a dad joke.
Yeah.
But what I thought was interesting about them, or noteworthy about them, is their hunting method. Their hunting method is basically they sit near the water and stare at it angrily. They just hatefully stare at the water until they see something, and then they eat it.
They hunt for food the way an angry I don't know, like a sniper, I guess, for lack of a better word, just getting revenge on a bunch of people, just staring angrily, just waiting. I could wait here all day. I'm gonna get one of you eventually.
Yeah, hours and hours of just grilling. And they're also, they belong to an ancient family of birds. I know that sounds like royalty, but family meaning like scientific family.
The Rockefellers.
Right. No, as in family, genus, and species, like that. So
okay.
But they are the only species in their genus. So they're the last of whatever they came from. So maybe that's why they're so pissed off.
Just like, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stare at this water till I get it scared.
Let these fish know I hate them.
The excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I had nothing. I don't know what I was trying to start to say.
Next up on the list, I'll keep it moving. Since we talked about sharks, the goblin shark. Another
Oh yeah,
funky looking one.
it's another one with a weird ass nose, right?
Yeah. A lot of these animals, I think they're considered weird because of their noses. But it's got a stupid nose. Its skin is like kind of translucent, so it gives them like I don't know, that funky look.
Yeah, almost iridescent. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Their nose looks like it's a handle for you to pick them up by.
Ugh. Yeah, kind of.
I
don't want to, though.
No, I do not. Those are pointy teeth. And even those teeth, like the teeth look like smaller animals.
And the crazy thing about aside from the teeth, look at a picture, see if you can find a picture of one taking a bite. The jaw comes out. It's like their entire jaw is able to extend outwards. So even if you think you're outside of its bite range.
Oh, man. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, it's like it's got another mouth inside of it. Inside its mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
That's
That's
worse than just their regular.
Yeah. You already were not quite the looker, goblin shark.
And you bring that to that's how you eat. First dates are a no-go.
Fucking poor thing. Just looking like that all the time. Ugh.
Yeah, but even if like you're a fish, you think you're out of its range, and it just kind of shoots its mouth at you.
Yeah.
Pulls you in.
Talking about shooting your mouth off. All right.
Good news is, again, these are deep sea dwellers, so we don't cross paths with them very often.
No. And certainly those of us who don't go in the water at all. Those of us with a great disdain for the beach.
Yeah, I will never see one. There's no sharks in this office. I check every day.
I liked when I was at a beach And I sent you a picture. It's jealous. You're like, nope, not at all.
Not even slightly. I'm actually happy to be at work.
Oh man, that just gives it another layer. You want to go to the beach? No, I'd much rather go to work. Who else we got?
Another big nose. So these are actually endangered, but they're proboscis monkeys.
Oh,
so they got
yeah, those weird looking fuckers.
Yeah, big stupid noses, and it's bigger in males than females. But yeah, that's how they're recognizable, by their gigantic nose, and apparently they're also big mouths too. They have weird hoots and hollers that they make due to weird noses.
Besides looking like that, like what is their deal other than looking like an asshole?
That's pretty much it. I mean, they're not much different than other monkeys. They live in the woods, and their diet is flowers and fruits and seeds and shit like that. They're big into leaves, apparently. They don't eat. They don't seem to be omnivorous, at least what I'm seeing here. One cool thing about them is they can swim really well. They have webbed feet.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like what do you gain evolutionarily by having that nose? Does it do anything? Does it do a trick, the nose? Like, can it... I don't know, can it...
Not that I can tell. I mean, it might have to do partially with, like I said, their how vocal they are. It might help them with various sounds that they make.
Oh, okay.
But
all right, that checks out.
Yeah, so that might be... We'll go with that. Double check my work.
I will read you this one sentence off of Britannica.com. It says, named for the law... I feel like you should read this in a southern accent just because of how ridiculous. Named for the male's long and pendulous nose, the proboscis monkey is red-brown with pale underparts.
Underparts definitely works southern.
Oh, ye of the pale underparts, go on. I mean, it's on Britannica, so it has to be a British person, right? Nope. Nobody says underparts. But
No.
British people say underparts. Which makes it more confusing that my instinct was to go with Southern American. But,
that's funnier.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
All right. Next one up. These ones are cool. We talked about them before, but we wanted to dig into them a bit more. The mantis shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
So these are the punch shrimp, as I like to call them. They are the most badass shrimp in the world.
They got there's extra legs on these fuckers. Like, they're extra leggy, I feel like.
They're big, yeah. They're jumbo shrimp, like a couple inches to a foot in that range. They're fairly big for shrimp.
And it's the thing that it punches with, like it comes out of its chest, right? Or something.
It's some kind of a claw appendage. I don't know if it comes out of their chest or if they have like T-Rex hands, kind of, so that they're close and then it just pops out like that.
I forget the video that you sent me after you were telling me about them. I think it's so fast that it actually boils the water around it.
Yes.
That's...
Yeah, I believe it breaks the sound barrier, and yeah, it boils the water around it.
Which
And-
it breaks the sound barrier underwater. Like, that's with
Right.
resistance.
Yeah.
Like, that thing could knock a motherfucker out outside
Yeah, it
of the
would
water.
suck if it punched you. Yeah.
Holy shit. There's got to be a game where people try to like grab it. Like, cuz I mean there's
Excuse me.
there's the games that, like, I forget what movie it's definitely in Gladiator it comes up. But the game where like the cobra is underneath a drum and you bang on the drum and then you got to like grab shit without the cobra biting you. Like, the game is essentially fuck with a snake. Like,
Right.
let's get a snake angry and then put our hands near it. Like, that's the game. So
Piss the snake off and try to get away.
yeah. So I can't imagine that there hasn't been at least one group of idiots on the planet.
Yeah, that kind of grew up near them or evolved near them that the kids are like, try to grab it.
Try to grab this and try to touch it without it hitting you. And it's like it's the equivalent of like shocking yourself intentionally. Now we just have technology. We don't have to get nature. We don't have to fuck with an animal to hurt ourselves. We can just hurt ourselves naturally. Quick sidebar: do you remember being in a hotel with our doctor friend who showed us how to open a disposable film camera and give ourselves electric shocks with it?
Yes. And then that's what we did.
We now have a device to give ourselves electric shocks. Obviously, we're going to give ourselves electric shocks.
Yeah, for a while.
I just saw a quick blurb about something about how much males, like, it's not even close, the percentage of males to females that will shock themselves with something that will give them an electric shock intentionally. Like, I mean, they broke the shutout, but it's not even close. It's not even close to a fucking competition.
I bet. Because why would you compete at that? But we do. We do.
Boy, do we ever.
Yeah.
Here, this sucks. Now you do it.
Right. Grab the shrimp. Grab him. Oh, he broke my hand. You grab him.
Whoever doesn't get a broken hand, whoever's hand gets broken last gets $5 from everybody.
And the reason why you don't see these shrimp in captivity is because they will punch the glass.
Really?
And they can break out they can break an aquarium tank. Well, I mean, I guess if you get it thick enough, but now we're dealing with, you're going to really get bulletproof glass for an aquarium. Probably. I guess if you're like a real deal aquarium or something like that, but you're not going to have shrimp at the pet store, or these mantis shrimp at the pet store, because they'll punch right through that shit.
What are they like, do they just know that they could just wreck everything and it's like, I'm trapped, I better just start punching things?
I mean, I would.
Fucking
If I had a punch like that. Let's see what if I punch this now.
They're actually big E-Town fans, Mantis Shrimp.
Punch the wall, yeah.
Until my fish bleeds. Enjoy that joke, the 12 of you.
Yeah. Maybe Aunt Money's listening.
He must be. If Ice Cube's listening, Aunt Money's definitely listening.
Probably.
That
would make sense.
He's got his ear to the streets. Looking for that next. That's
what we are.
Yeah, we are the streets of podcasts.
the possibly the coolest thing about mantis shrimp, other than the punch, is that they have some of the most advanced eyes in the animal kingdom. Period.
Oh, that's
So,
right. Yeah, the eyes part about
yeah.
them.
Yep. So humans have 3 photoreceptors in our eyes. We could pick up red, green, and blue pretty much. So are those the RGB? Is that how it works? Whatever it is, maybe it's red, yellow, and blue. I don't remember. But we have 3 receptors for different types of colors. They have, it says 12 to 16 in their eyes. So they can pick up things like polarized light that we can't, and they can pick up ultraviolet. So these animals can actually see ultraviolet light.
Holy shit. So that's like in Predator 2. Because in the first Predator, there was the infrared and the heat signatures the Predator is able to see by. And then in the second one, when Gary Busey traps the Predator, which is a great sentence on its own, when Gary Busey traps the Predator, they trap him in a meat locker, and everything's cold. So he just changes the Predator just changes like the, I don't know, like the light that he's able to see, and it
yeah, he was able to see infrared to see body heat and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like
so he changed it to
tweaked it so then he was able to see like the actual, just the light coming off of the flashlights was able to pick up, and that's how he ended up dropping in and killing everybody.
Oh wow!
Yeah, shout out to Predator 2.
So these are the Predator of the animal kingdom, of the shrimp world.
Yeah, the alien Predator, because
yeah, the alien.
There's
Predator
a lot of
shrimp,
predators of the animal kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, goblin sharks are probably higher on the list with the of actual just predator. But yeah.
Ooh, fun, quick little Predator 2 trivia. Bill Paxton is in that, and Bill Paxton is also in Aliens. So he is in the sequels of the originals that were not as good, but still quite enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's into when the second round in space. He's there. Interstellar 2, starring Bill Paxton.
Well, we would have to go back in time because he is dead.
It's fair. That's true. I did not know that though.
Oh no. Yeah, he died.
No, wow.
He died a few. Yeah, I know. Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm a moron.
I mean,
I was busy learning about black holes.
I was busy learning how to play Coconut Pete songs from Club Dread. That's
That's cool too.
Yeah, I mean, that's more him, and the fact that he was that in on it that they wrote him a bunch of songs to make fun of fucking Jimmy Buffett, and you're just like, yep, cool, let's get in the studio and record them all.
All right. This is one I want you to Google.
Okay.
And look up a picture of the red-lipped batfish.
Ugh. This already sounds gross. Yeah. Oh, did you just Google big nose animals?
That's another one with a big nose.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at a side profile of this fucking thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. Oh yeah. There's a couple that are. It looks like it's wearing lipstick. Has a stupid weird nose.
Yeah, and like the over the top, like from the top half perspective of this thing, it looks like a bird.
And it looks like it's a surly bird. It's just this, it has a lot of that going on.
Yeah, big whoop. Want to fight about it? That bird does that a lot.
Right.
This fish.
So I don't know how nature let this go. I guess they camouflage, and that's how they survive.
Okay.
But if you look at the picture, it's a fish. They have 4 fins, but they don't swim. They use those 4 fins to walk along the bottom of the ocean floor for some reason.
And these.
It's just
Okay. Galapagos Islands. That's why. It's fucking weird. All the weird
Yeah.
shit's going on there.
If it's not there, it's Madagascar, right? Or one of those.
One of the 2 things that nature was successfully able to isolate for a good portion of time.
Just like let's play dice. They played dice in an alley in those 2 places for a long time.
Yeah, and this thing just walks along the bottom of the water. So
Yeah, kind of like an axolotl, but weirder.
Well, let's just back up for a minute. What was that set of sounds you made in a row? Axolotl?
An axolotl. Yeah. How the fuck do you spell that? AXOLO.
Oh, this fucking
TL?
thing. Yeah. AX.
Yeah, you've seen them.
OLOTL. Yeah, this is the thing that looks
They
like.
look.
Yeah, this is a
They're
fucking.
having a great time.
This is a Pokemon. This fucking thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't look real. It looks like it wants to give you a hug and then fucking shoot electricity and turn into a different thing. Oh,
It looks like it's going to give you if you talk to it, it's going to give you a side quest. You're going to have to find something and bring it back and fight something on your way.
You have to find a larger version of it and rescue that and then reunite the 2, and then you'll get like a harp that you have to bring to a fucking cobbler who's going to give you a shoe to bring to I don't know, something else. You know how video games work.
Okay.
You've played them.
Yeah. Another quest. Or after you play the harp, the 2 axolotls do some kind of summon attack, and then I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy.
It was always my
That's
favorite
them.
with games where you like play a thing and then something that hasn't been with you the entire time, like specifically like a side-scrolling game, this thing just shows up real quick, punches once, and then that's it, and then it's gone. It's like, where the fuck have you been this whole time?
Yeah, could have used your help. All right, I got 2 more.
Okay.
I saved the best 2. I saved the best for last.
Wow.
I know there's been some good ones.
Yeah, I've already got all the ones I was excited about.
Oh, good. Well, that's because you didn't know there was a such thing as a sarcastic fringe head.
You just picked 3 words. Sarcastic
Nope.
fringe head?
Sarcastic fringe head. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, it's a fringe head is 1 word. Fringe head,
That's
all 1 word.
yeah.
What the fuck is this?
So, even better, look up sarcastic fringe head fight and watch a video of 2 sarcastic fringe heads fighting. So they're, for anyone who doesn't have the video, they look like regular fish at first, or like eels, I guess, that they're kind of like, back in the rock, so to speak. And one comes after the other to kind of take and wants that territory. And when they open their mouths, they have these large flaps, again, like the predator, that it opens not only up and down, but left and right. And it's almost like they open an umbrella with teeth. So they got this gigantic open thing.
Yeah, gosh.
And the one that's fighting it does the same thing. And then they just bash their mouths together.
It's like in actually no, that's a different thing. I'm likening it in my head to like when 2 dogs are giving each other shit, but kind of playfully. Like they've all opened their mouths, but just like have their mouths next to each other and just kind of go ah ah. But
yeah, exactly. Except that's how they fight for real.
they're not just being cheeky pups. All right, I don't need the sound. I'm gonna lower the sound here. I'm gonna hit mute, and then I will share this screen at you so we can laugh at how dumb this is together.
Okay.
Sarcastic fringe head. If like that sounds like a fucking alternative comedy night from like the late 90s. Hey, stop by our
Well, it
show.
sounds like someone was.
Sarcastic fringe
sorry, go
head starts at 10 o'clock. And it's a supportive room. You just get up there and work your stuff out. I'm going real fucking inside baseball with this fucking swing at a joke
Or
right
it
now.
sounds like the scientist that was studying it got bit by it and angrily yelled that as an insult, and it stuck as the name. Ah, you sarcastic fringe head! And now it's its name.
It's like in kids movies where adults are trying to curse, but they don't. Like in Rookie of the Year, where he said "funky butt loving." Like it's like
Right.
sarcastic fringe head. All right, let's look at these.
Funky butt loving.
Let's look at these fucking creeps fighting. That's Big U.
There it is. Yeah, they just aggressively make out, kind of.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And they push their mouths at each other.
I'm fucking. I got winner. It's so fucking weird looking.
It's like if your umbrella got flipped in a windstorm and it was facing the other way, and then another guy, his umbrella got flipped in the windstorm, and then you ran at each other and bashed those flipped umbrellas together.
It's fucking weird ass fish. Another movie reference to paint a picture. It's kind of like, in addition to the Predator, it's also kind of like the vampires from Blade 2. Like they had a vertical and horizontal axis on their mouths.
Yes.
So they could fit more shit in their face.
Hey, more blood. Those vampires evolved.
They did. Yet they still seem to like nightclubs and dance music, just like all the other Blade villain vampires.
I don't know why it's very important.
It's crucial to the plot. You will not get the movie if you don't understand that.
I'm 900 years old, but I'm super into trance house.
Yeah. I'm into good, dark, hard house. I used to listen to chamber music and people and 5 people just chanting together for hours over and over on end. And now it's just
I saw Beethoven live, but this is better.
Beethoven may have been ahead of his time, but he wasn't this far ahead.
All right. Last one. There's nothing really special about this as an animal other than its name, but I figured I'd bring it up just for the name. It is the penis fish. Because, of course, it is. And the funny thing about the penis fish, it is neither a fish nor a penis.
Yet still appropriately named.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this. It's like gooey ducks.
Kind of, yeah.
Gooey ducks are real penisy too.
Yeah.
And these things, these are floppy. They look like Well, yeah, no, penises is the most accurate.
Oh, how do I turn the save search back on?
Oh shit!
This is terrible. I'll tell you what. You tell me what you see. I'm not looking.
I'm gonna cast a line and see if I can pull up a penis fish. I was down at the beach and I saw a penis fish wash up on shore. It was quite flimsy. Speaking of flimsy, the Yanks are looking quite flimsy in their offense this afternoon. They're for the day as we come up to the top of the seventh.
So yeah, they're actually worms. That's really it. There's nothing really special about them. Some people eat them because they're believed to have aphrodisiac properties because of their shape. But that's all there is to it. They're a worm that looks like a penis that were named a penis fish.
You don't just eat the thing that reminds you of the thing you're trying to get. Like, that's not how aphrodisiac works.
Someone tried it in 3000 BC and it passed it down since.
Like, if you're constipated, you don't eat shit that looks like shit.
Right.
Trying to get the desired results out of that. I don't know. BC motherfuckers were unevolved.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's part of the name too, because again, it's a worm that people are eating just because it kind of looks penis. He's still eating a worm. I'm good with that.
It's like, you want to eat one of these? You know what it looks like, right? I don't know.
I hear it's a challenge in some countries to eat the penis fish in the fewest amount of bites.
I mean, well, then you'd have to have a regulation penis fish then, because that's unfair. You know,
That's true.
There's got to be a ratio that is adhered to keep it competitive.
Yeah, not all penis fish are built the same.
They are not. It's apparently, and the size doesn't matter. It's apparently how you eat them. I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So those are the weirdos of the animal kingdom.
Yes.
Well, some of this. There's a ton of other ones. Those are some of the more interesting ones that, like you said, we started talking about a platypus, and I was like, yeah, let's look up some other weird shit.
These are definitely some of the. I will say, like, even excluding the penis fish, like, even for us, we talked about penises a lot. This one,
yeah,
it was a very penis heavy episode to begin with. So to tie it all together with the penis fish at the end there, I think that was quite apropos.
I think our shows have been pretty high IQ for us lately, so we had to bring it back down a little bit and reset.
Yeah, like we're spending episodes talking about like we got into like some pretty heavy. Well, if this is that, then doesn't that mean this type of shit? Like real philosophical shit at times. So to get back to like the wheelhouse of look at this fucking stupid animal, like that's
it looks like a dick.
No, this animal has penis in the name. This animal has 4 penis heads. Is it like the duck's penis where it's corkscrewed? No, it's a different kind of animal penis. Oh, cool, nice. Nice. Right back in the old penis wheelhouse.
That's what who brung you.
All right. Under the guise of science, Guise, always spelled Guise, Guise, at Facebook, Instagram, and Oh, gmail.com. There's the one. I was like, I know I say
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah, you have 3.
Yeah.
I don't know yours. Okay. Mine are Twitter. Well, it's not Twitter anymore, right? It's X.
Yeah.
It's Elon Musk's X. We are at Science Guise, GYSE, under the guise of science on YouTube and TikTok. And you can find Fart Barf wherever you get your music.
Yeah, you can, including YouTube. And you know what? You can find Fart Barf on any of those platforms we just mentioned. Because they also have social meteors.
Turns out.
Yeah, as luck would have it. Alrighty, folks. Till next time.
Catchphrase. Oh. Tell me this is still recording and Charles exited himself. Also, I don't know how to stop this.
Hey, there we go.
You're back on. Okay. Now we're going to stop recording.